friends, namaste. Today we'll be doing the Five Tibetan Rites. It's an ancient yoga ritual over 2,500 years old, and it was developed by the Tibetan monks. It's also known as the Fountain of Youth because it's meant to have very good anti-aging benefits. It's good for our overall health and well-being, and they say we should do these rites every single day. So let's get started. The first of the 5 rites involved spinning, so come to standing at the center of your mat in Tadasana mountain pose. So the big toes are touching, the outsides of the feet are parallel. You're standing tall, you're standing strong. Stabilize through the feet, so pressing into the big toe mound, the baby toe mound and the heels. And then bring the fingertips to touch, keeping the elbows parallel to the earth. And then we're going to extend our arms out. With each of the rites, you need to repeat 21 times. Now with this rite, we're going to be rotating our body in a clockwise direction 21 times, and then we'll balance with 3 rotations in an anti-clockwise direction at the end. So when you're ready in your own time, you're going to gaze across the finger of the right hand and then start to turn in a clockwise direction, keeping your focus on your hand, and just count through 21 rotations, remembering to breathe. So inhale as you start each rotation and exhale to close. Inhale to start and exhale to close. If at any time during the rite you feel dizzy, then just come to standing, gently do 2 rotations in the opposite direction to restore your balance, and then just find a standing position in Tadasana mountain pose. So you can just slowly work through this rite in your own time, keeping count for 21 rotations. Just breathe through it, hold your gaze, keep your focus, maintain your drishti. When you've completed your 21 rotations, come back to center and then switch your gaze to the opposite hand and rotate 3 times in an anti-clockwise direction. Then once you've completed all your rotations, come back to center, standing in Tadasana mountain pose, gently feeling that energy. We've woken up all the chakras, we've shifted our energy, and you can gently close your eyes, bringing your hands to prayer, and just feel that energizing force that you've created in your body. Now let's just inhale and reach those arms up, and exhale, bringing the palms through heart center, through all the chakras, gently folding forward. And now let's just slowly come down onto our mats. We're going to work with the second rite now. The second rite involves some abdominal work, so we're going to come to lie down in a supine position. So just come to lie down on your back. You can place the hands underneath the tailbone for support, unless your lower back's very strong and stable and you're comfortable to leave the palms by your side, but I prefer to bring the palms under my torso, just under the lower part of the spine in the sacral area. And then we're going to extend those legs out in front of us, flexing the feet. And we're going to do 21 abdominal lifts. So inhale as you bring the legs up to a 90-degree angle, and exhale to lower. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale to raise. Exhale to extend. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. And just keep working through 21 of these in your own time, breathing through it, synchronizing your breath with each movement. And you can close your eyes and just really get into the moment, connecting your breath to the movement. Remembering to activate the feet, keeping those feet flexed. Activate the quads, pull up the kneecaps. A very active pose. And then when you've completed your cycle of 21, just lower the legs to the mat. You can release your hands and then just gently bring the knees into the chest and hug the knees. You can rock from side to side just to release the lower back. And now you can just gently roll onto one side and just slowly lift up the torso. We come to sitting on our mats. We're going to work into the third rite now, which involves camel pose or ustrasana. So just come to kneeling on your mat, come to the center of your mats. Your knees are hip distance apart. You're pressing into the tops of the feet. There are two variations of this rite. The first is more of a quad stretch, so I'll just demonstrate. Inhale and raise the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing each other. And then the movement is literally just to keep the body in a straight line and gently move back and forth. So you'll feel it in the quads. Stay calm. Exhale as you go back. And inhale to come up. And you can repeat this 21 times. The other variation is to place the palms of the hands just beneath the glutes at the back of the thighs. And with every inhalation, you're going to open up your chest. Gently allow the head to roll back, so that you're opening up the thyroid and the throat chakra. And then you'll inhale to come back to a vertical position, tucking the chin into the chest. So inhale to open up the chest, open up the heart center, and allow the head just to fall back. And then exhale as you come back to vertical, tucking in the chin. Inhale to open, and exhale to close. And again, you can repeat this ritual 21 times. So I'm going to work with the quad stretch today. So let's begin. We'll come to a neutral position. Inhale to raise the arms up, and then exhale back, and inhale to come to standing. And repeat 21 times. And last one. And let's just come to sitting in child's pose. So you can come into your thunderbolt position on your knees, and then just gently extend those arms out in front of you, allowing the forehead to come to rest on the mat. And just connect with your breath here. Take a few deep breaths. Just calming the body, taking a little bit of restoration. Now you can slowly walk those hands up to come to a seated position. We're going to move into the fourth rite now, which is called moving tabletop. So we're working with our reverse tabletop. So come to sitting on your mat, extend your legs out in front of you. Sit towards the center of your mat. You can just place the palms down on either side of your body. Palms are flat on the mat and the fingers are facing forwards. Extend those legs out in front of you, so it's almost like starting in Dandasana or staff pose. Find your position, then you can plant the soles of the feet onto the mat. Gently lift up just to find your position. So we're going to be working with our reverse tabletop. And then the movement is to work from tabletop, lowering the body down, straightening the legs, and almost shifting the glutes through your hands. So it's almost like a swinging motion as you work with this movement 21 times. So inhale to raise up into reverse tabletop, and exhale as you lower the torso down. And in your own time, just repeat this moving tabletop 21 times. And you can allow the head to drop back as you come up into tabletop. But if that puts strain on your neck, then just gently maintain your gaze ahead of you. And when you've finished your cycle of 21, just allow the legs to rest, coming back into staff pose. My mat's got a little bit crumpled up. And then we can gently just lower the back, coming to rest in Paschimottanasana. You can place the hands together, pile them up, fists on top of each other, and just gently bring the forehead to rest. remembering to connect to your breath and just work with your own body. So work with whatever speed is comfortable for you. It's a beautiful dynamic 5 rites. So just take it easy and find your own rhythm. Okay, the last of the 5 rites involves an upward dog, downward dog movement. So just come to settle on your mats. We'll come onto our knees. Then we're going to move into our normal tabletop position. So placing the palms of the hands down, your wrists and your shoulders are stacked. Tuck the toes under and then gently raise up those sit bones for downward facing dog. Let's just find our dog. We can walk our dog. Just settle into your position. Warm up those hamstrings before you start your rite. And now let's just find our position, coming to settle in our downward facing dog. And now with this ritual, you're going to gently inhale to come forward into upward facing dog and exhale back into downward dog. And just repeat 21 times in your own time. I like to keep my toes tucked under for this. I find it allows me to move more dynamically. So work with whatever works for you. Remembering all the time to draw your shoulders down when you come into your upward facing dog. You can also allow the throat to open up, opening up the thyroid, opening up the throat chakra. You can allow the head to drop back. So work with whatever feels good for you. And throughout the rite, you're synchronizing your breath with the movement. So exhale back into downward dog. And inhale to come into upward. Exhale. And inhale. Close your eyes and just get into your own rhythm, enjoying each movement. Once you've completed your cycle, you can gently lower the knees to the mat and come to settle in child's pose. So placing the hands on either side of the torso, palms facing up, gently come to restore and settle in your child's pose. Slowly come back up to seated. Let's inhale and reach those arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Let's bow our head in gratitude for this beautiful fountain of youth that we've shared. Namaste.